Hey everybody, it's Trian here and welcome back to Library of Ruina. This time we have another big mod to conquer, which is the Afterglow project. We'll start from the last possible reception, the Acetone Paladins. This mod has an entire Discord server built around it, and there is a plan of all the fights that should be completed. Some of them are, some aren't, and the Acetone Paladins I think is the last one out of the ones that are completed, so we are going right into the most difficult reception out of the mod right now, I guess. I think it should work like that. This fight is really interesting, you'll see when we get to Act 2 why it is interesting. We have floors available 3 acts, and we have to fight one-on-one. Here we have Talon's page. 231 HP, 138 stagger, 3 to 6 speed dice, normal to all damage, endures slash and blunt stagger, but is normal to pierce stagger. Can use ranged pages, has speed 3, judicious dual round. If the Black Silence is not in combat, implode the floor, basically kill everyone. Else, the Black Silence gains the passive ability combat modular armor. So you have to use Black Silence against Talion's page. Against Talion. I don't know why I'm saying Talion's page. So when you're going to this fight, you cannot use anyone else than Black Silence, and that's actually interesting because that means that the creators of the mod, there's an entire team, can make the fight really even between you and the enemy because they know your entire deck, because, well, you can't really change the deck of Black Silence, can you? Next we have Lumi Atelier Catcher. I'm going to read this wrong, that's for sure. At the start of the scene, if this character took no damage last scene, restore 2 light and draw 1 page. Mallory's Eden Barrier. At the start of the act, become mobilized and change all resistances to ineffective. At the start of the scene, if this character took a damage last scene, change the character's resistances against the damage stagger damage type that dealt the most damage stagger damage to them last scene to immune. Else, change all resistances to ineffective. Basically, you will start the fight with them, with him, Talion, immobilized, you will have to hit him with something, and then he will become ineffective to that, immune to that, and you will have to use any other type of damage. That's an interesting gimmick, it's pretty weird, I don't know why it's here, but it makes the fight a bit more interesting, so I'm okay. Combat modular armor. While staggered, this character's resistances are changed to normal instead of fatal. Grit is an old ability, Keep on Stride is an old ability again, Battle Ready, and... what? Escalation Determined Revenge? Yeah, that's what it said. Employ additional emotion pages, which is interesting because usually enemies have pages that just give them 1 strength, 1 endurance. I think there's one that gives you 2 endurance and 1 feeble. So they're just really boring, and now we'll have more interesting pages. Speaking of pages, he has a couple of new combat pages. And Shackle, one-sided, inflict power notification this scene and the next scene, so really don't want to get hit by this, because it will nullify our power. And against Roland it's not that bad, but I am using Null Fixer here. By the way, you aren't supposed to attribute abilities, which is kind of what this mod is balanced around. But I really do not want to fight against this for a long time, because this can be fought without any pets attribution, but I want to get this before, like, I'm not uploading for 15 years, so I'm going to attribute a couple of passives. It's not going to be just build and fix all the time. I think I have different abilities. Yeah, we just have Haulers here, and Bina has Fairweather Power First Shot and Hell's Color Mine Hauler. So, yeah, I did just spoil what other people we are going to use, but at this point that's obvious. So we have one fixer which can be destroyed by End Shackle. Then we have Seize the Perpetrator. On hit, destroy opponent's next die, one-sided user and target become immobilized next scene. Basically, if you are using any kind of 3-die page, you're going to not get immobilized. But if you have a 2-die page and the first die wins the clash, the first die of the enemy wins the clash, and the second one hits one-sided, well, you're going to get immobilized. So we really do not want to use 2-die pages against this, or if you're going to use them, you want to win the first clash. That's the most important one. Then we have Jet Black Apprehension. 49 block die, 48 on hit inflicts 3 paralysis in the scene, 3 paralysis is a lot, and then one-sided restore to light. You see, I would say that this page is something that I would use a lot in the game, but you cannot. the books of the characters do not drop these pages, which is kind of lame, but okay. We have bleach the colors. On use, all offensive dice on this page gain one-sided, draw one page, and on hit, restore one light. Then we have one-sided, inflict power nullification this scene and next scene, so we really don't want to get hit by the first die as well. And one-sided inflicts paralysis this scene, so you really want to clash with this fight, with this page, but its second die is probably going to win a lot of clashes and inflict a lot of stagger damage, so you want to be careful with that. I mean, I guess you can just destroy it with something like Will's Industry, but you'll need that for Stygian Detainment. One-sided targets discards 3 pages, so you really want to clash with this. And if you don't, well, you're going to get destroyed. Overwhelmed Tranquility. On Clash Win, inflict power nullification this scene and next scene. Once again, you don't want to get hit by this, so you want to use Will's Industry, Crystal Atelier, and Mook Workshop against this, so you just don't get hit. Then you have one-sided targets discards 3 pages. Once again, Will's Industry should destroy that, and on hit, drain 2 light. So basically you do not want to get hit by anything here, so you're either going to go for Crystal Atelier or Will's Industry. And then we have Hoist the Silence. On hit inflicts 3 paralysis, on hit target discards 1 page, and the most interesting ability, one-sided, reset Furiosa's counter. You can only destroy the force die by using a mass attack from the ego pages, or by using Crystal Atelier. If you're not using that, well, you're going to get your Furiosa counter reset. That's not too bad, I don't think you need Furiosa for this fight, but it kind of messes with a lot of things here, because you could inflict a lot of damage with Furiosa, but now you can't. So yeah, let's actually start the fight. I've been talking for a long time without doing anything, so, well, let's go. As you can see, Talion is immobilized, and also we do have a new ability, Combat Modular Armor. While staggered, this character's resistances are changed to normal instead of fatal, so if you're staggered, it's not that bad. Kinda. Looking at my hand, I really want to inflict blunt damage first, so we're going to draw one page here with Old Boys. Inflict blunt damage. And as you can see, now he is immune to blunt stagger, though blunt damage is normal. That's weird. I mean, I'm fine with that. Okay, we can either go for Mook Workshop here. We do have strings, which is interesting that this seems like just a perfect setup for Lone Fixer, right? Because Lone Fixer only activates on scene 2 and after, and by just skipping scene 1, well, you already have Lone Fixer. So it seems like it's perfect for that, but I don't think it's legal for you to use that. Mook Workshop, we can go for that, right? With our pluses. I'm going to take risks, because if I'm not going to do that, it's going to be really boring. Because I do have passives attributed. And I think Zelkova Workshop should beat this because +3. Okay, that was actually pretty close. Yeah, we did no damage. Pulsation is a great page here. More strength is always nice. But once again, now you do not want to get immobilized, because if you are, well, you're not going to deal any damage. And you're not going to realize the power of Pulsation. I can't really do anything about Jailbreak Apprehension, so I guess we're going to get paralyzed and he's going to restore some light. Unless we can come up with a way to somehow beat it. Also, yeah, we do have a new page. All librarians with their own key pages have new pages. For example, Roland has Interviding Fates. Silga use, if the die in this page wins a clash, destroy all dice on target's page and add a copy of each page in opponent's hand to your deck. Reduce the cost of all pages in hand by 2 as well. That actually means that I can use Interviding Fates to beat this, right? So I can just hold on to Crystal Atelier for a bit longer. I still have no idea on how to beat Jailbreak Apprehension here. Yeah, we're going to get destroyed. Oh wow, we even took additional stagger damage, that's unfortunate. Paladins is great because we can just stagger Talion. Urgent is actually also really nice. I think we're going to go for Paladins, even though he won't become fatal to everything. It's better than nothing. Okay, we have a lot of low cost pages for now. We also have Overwhelmed Tranquility, which is insane. Hey, I actually think that we might want to go for Overwhelmed Tranquility, right? Also, he has a new abnormality page, Sacrosanct Trailblazer. Why do you want to use such huge names? Okay. On a successful one-sided hit, inflict 1 burn and 1 disarm, and 2 bleed next scene, or 2 bind next scene. 1 disarm and 2 bind is not that bad because it isn't feeble, but still, that's pretty strong. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go for Overwhelmed Tranquility. Oh wait, he does have counter dice with this, so I might not want to. Okay, then let's go for Bleach the Colors. Okay, the counter die works, that's nice. Now, his counter dice I in play. Wow, I really tied the second clash, okay, lowest roll. Learning is great. Risk card is also nice. Okay. Overwhelmed Community is in play here. I do have 5 strength, so I can't just shit on him. Okay, I see why passive attribution is bad here, because I am destroying this. I might redo this without passive attribution later. But I think the reason for my passive attribution is not the first act, because it's not that bad. Like, you can see that Roland, even without passives, would have been on this easily. I am full HP right now. Without passives, I could have just taken a bit longer to kill him. But the second fight is actually pretty difficult. Also, I didn't get any power abilities on the second fight, so that will be pretty close, right? I think that's what I want to see. Okay, Remorse. Oh, he's immune to that. Well, should have checked. I was really confident it should kill. It didn't. Now I'm going to get destroyed. Holy shit. 14 bind. Really? And also immobilization. Well, that's actually not that bad. That means we get rid of all the bind. I have no HP. Oh my god. Okay, well. This is unnecessarily close. I should definitely start playing well. And this should be enough. We're going to else. No, we're not going to else workshop that. We're going to go for Mooka workshop. And then we're going to else this. Okay, he's staggered. Get destroyed. Wow, that was too close. Absolutely because of my fault. The fight is not that difficult. And now we have a new enemy, Glenn. Glenn has a lot more HP, a lot less stagger, has a higher speed cap. Like a much higher speed cap. You know why? Because Red Mist has the strongest. So it is used for you to feel awful when you can only outspeed one die. He endures slash and pierce, he is normal to blunt, normal to everything in damage as well, has ranged pages, has speed 3, judicious dual Kali, the same thing but with Red Mist instead of Black Silence, and then everything else is pretty... Okay, no, we have Laser Tap, Foundry, Jet Hammer. At the time of the scene, gain 1 permanent vigor. All permanent vigor gained this way is pierced next scene upon taking more than 20 damage during the scene. So if you can't inflict more than 20 damage to him every scene, he's going to stack vigor, and vigor is just dealing more damage with hits, which is painful. Then we have Combat Modular Armor, yeah, we've seen that, Grid Cabinet Stride, Battle Ready, and Escalation Courageous Contender. Employ additional emotion pages, once again. He has a couple of new pages like Ignite the Fumes. On use, draw one page, all offensive dice on this page gain 1 hit, gain 2 vigor, and fragile and 2 fragile next scene, or this scene. By the way, this gives fragile to him instead of inflicting it to us, so he becomes just a glass cannon. I mean, with this HP you're not a glass cannon. And we have Carmine Dissolvent. Dissolvent, yeah. On use, all offensive dice on this page, gain one-sided, target discards 1 page, so you really want to clash with it. On hit, draw 2 pages, on clash, opponents that current die cannot be recycled. I don't know why they've done this. Wait, why would you actually give that ability to this? I don't think it beats Miraculous Tournament. Also, yeah, these pages are the same pages that Gebura had before, but for some reason they decided to give them different names. Also, wait, are they weaker now? Wait, are these pages weaker than they before? I think it was 5 to 9, 5 to 8. I think it was 5 to 9, 5 to 9, right? Or am I wrong? I might be wrong. No, so wasn't one of the pages on here starting with 4. Did they just nerf red mist? That's so lame. If they did. Maybe I'm wrong. If they did, I'm quitting Afterglow. What the fuck is this? Paint the colors. On clash, opponent's current die cannot be recycled, so you can't really use your counter dice against this. On hit, draw on page. On hit, draw on page. Pellucid Swing. On clash, opponent's current die cannot be recycled, once again to counter your counter die. On hit, restores 3 light. So if you're going to not clash with it, Glenn is going to get a lot of light. Lucid Dissemination. On clash, opponent's current die cannot be recycled, once again to counter your counter die. On use all offensive dice on this page, gain one sided, target discarded by this page. Why was it? Why is this on use in the offensive die? Okay, well, I don't care. Scarlet Crash, on hit, gain 2 vigor into fragile, on hit, gain 2 vigor into fragile, gain 2 vigor into fragile. So, Glass Cannon, once again. And this. The attack that is the strongest attack in Glenn's Cat, which is also the most lame one, I guess. Mass Summation, hit user and target become mobilized. Scene, he has priority on this, it feels like. Because as soon as he gets 5 light, he's going to use this shit. Disperse the Mist. The entire thing about this... wow, not feeling well. The entire thing about this Mist tech is that if you have Red Mist up and you lose the Clash to it, you're going to lose your Red Mist ability. That's it. That's that. He once again starts off like this, and you know what the other problem with this is? That Kali only has 2 cost pages, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, they give you an entire deck, because, well, the decks on Bina and Roland are always the same, you can't change them, but you can change the deck on Gebura, and they don't want you counter-picking Glenn's abilities. So they just give you a deck, which is actually bigger than the normal deck. It has Sip and Crimson, it has Sacrifice Shroud, it has a Pearson attack, it has 3 copies of this and 3 copies of this, I think. So, and you also have a new page that is added with the mod. So in total, I think it's like 16 pages in the deck, which is insane. But it also makes her abilities a bit weaker because you want to draw the same pages over and over again, and that's difficult to do when you have 16 pages, which is like, stop making Gebura shit, please. Yeah, and once again you have Combat Modular Armor. So I guess let's start with Sacrifice Shroud. Or maybe Sip and Crimson. No, I think I want to clash with this, so let's go for that. Okay, we've dealt 1 damage, that's nice. He's going to get immune, yep, double immunity to Slash. And well, that's already pretty strong, and once again we can't do shit about this, because both of those pages work by destroying your counter dice, and now I can't clash with both of them because, well, why? I only have 3 light. That's fantastic design right here. Okay, well, he even won the clash, of course he did. Vampirism, because I want to heal him. Murky Astromat should be fine here, and then we're going to go for... I mean, we can't do anything here because, well... high speed. And once again, it breaks the counter die, because why wouldn't it? We're going to inflict 6 bleed to him, and we can do more stuff now. Here comes the Mistec. No, that's not the Mistec, it's Scarlet Crash, that's fine. We do have 3 strengths, Scarlet Perforation is probably still going to lose. By the way, here's Vigor, that's the ability that Carlo gives people. Offensive dice in this character plays, deal 4 damage for the next scene. I mean, plus 4 damage, not just 4 damage. Okay, tied to clashes, that's fine. Once again, he destroys my counter dice because I wouldn't here. Both Wine and Absorption are useless here because it's only 1 person. I mean, Absorption is not that useless if you have Mind Hollow, or I mean Health Hollow, but once again you are prohibited to get pages, so once again... So it's just really hate Gebura, that's the entire thing. It doesn't matter what ego pages you pick, because, well, that's only Gebura. He isn't using his my stack, which is weird. I also can't really clash with any pages because, well... Okay, we've dealt some damage to him, we have a lot of HP. I'm getting mentally prepared for him to destroy me with a... Yeah, here it is. Okay, so... On this I usually go for the Clouded Perforation or Return to Mist. Wait, did they nerf the bleed on this as well? How much do they hate Gebura? That's so lame. Come on, you really had to do that. Oh my god. Let's go for Manifestigo on that. We do have 2 disarm, so that's kind of unfortunate. And I can't even get light back. Okay. We luckily rolled really high here, because I usually roll really low. That's actually, I think, the most that we could have rolled. We're going to inflict 0 damage because immunity. Yep, love to see that. And we're going to take 22 damage in return because Vigor is really nice. Okay, now we have this. He's not going for the my stack because once again he doesn't have it. Let's go for Regis for Provocation because, well, why not? His Ruination, it's time to use this page even though I really don't like it. But I guess he doesn't have an immunity to slash, so it's time to deal some damage. Yeah, I'm going to deal damage so we can get rid of his Vigor. Nice, we actually tied that clash somehow. That's pretty bad. Okay, we're going to go for Shell. I don't want to get staggered. And once again, it doesn't matter what Ego page should pick. Here, okay. This was a mist, is not being used. I'm used to him having this was a mist every scene, but he doesn't. So that's great. Okay. Actually, it was a pretty bad maneuver for me to use Preparation has 1 attack, but it's fine. We're not going to deal any damage with his Ruination because immunity. We have no light now. He has no light as well, so it's fine. I'm going to do this, and we're going to go Sipping Crimson. We can't get wrong here, right? So we're not going to deal any damage with this, but we are going to kill him with Sipping Crimson. Nice. Glenn is dead. So yeah, I did say that this is the most difficult fight, and I guess I just rolled it. I mean, that's mostly because I got lucky on the Return to Mist roll. Because when I rolled it first, before making the video, I played this fight. It was really difficult. Because I just kept rolling really low on his mass attack. And now we have the last enemy. I hate my coughs. We have Regis. Regis? How do you call him? I don't know. Or her, I guess, because it's Nikolai. 259 HP, 98 stagger, so really low stagger actually. 227 speed, so finally normal speed. Normal to all damage. Endure Spears and Blunt stagger, which is weird because, I mean, Bina has this, which is slashing, so that's weird that they gave Regis endurances to Pierce and Blunt, but it's okay. Also, Gebura doesn't have a single Pierce attack, so why don't... Okay, well, I guess they decided to not counterpick Bina here. I really feel like the developers for Afterglow are just Bina enjoyers who hate Red Mist, because they did just make Glenn the entire counter of Red Mist and now they have this. He is ranged, so he can use ranged combat pages, speed 3, Judicious Duel Garion, the same thing but Bina. Then all the abilities. I can't really read the first thing here, but it says Workshop Revolver Saber. If this character has Fairy, all offensive dice on the ranged combat pages gain 1 sided, gain 1 vigor at the scene, and all offensive dice on melee pages gain 1 sided, inflict 1 terror. Terror is basically Stagger Burn, which actually isn't that bad of an ability. Like, it's not too OP, I guess, with the thing that you'll see later on Bina. Beholder's Blare. I decided the scene, if this character's HP is at 25% or lower, gain 1 prestige. Prestige, I think, is going to give him immunity to all damage except for attacks, so you can't out-fairy him or her. And then we have the same thing that we always have, and Escalation, Enigmatic Observer. He has 3 on play pages, which is weird. On play you start to light, draw 2 pages and gain 1 fairy. So basically you don't even have to hit him, he's just going to get fairy all the time. Munition Swarm. On use all offensive dice on this page, gain 1 on hit, recover HP equal to target's terror, so if you are afflicted with a lot of terror, he's going to recover a lot of HP, so we really don't want that to happen. Votes with the Pixies. On use all offensive dice on this page, gain 1 hit, increase the cost of random combat page in target's hand by 1 for the next scene, so once again we don't want to get hit by the second attack. It also gives Regis Vigor, which we also don't want to see. Head's Bane. On use, all offensive dice on this page gain on hit, recover HP equal to target's terror, so once again, if we have a lot of terror inflicted, we don't want to get hit by this. Fanfare Saber. On use, all offensive dice... Wait, is that how you pronounce the S-A-B-R-E? Saber, I think? Okay, well, I'm not going to think a lot about the pronunciation, knowing that I don't know this language. On use, all offensive dice on this page gain on hit increase random cost, okay. Inflict 2 terror, inflict 1 seal, so we don't want to get one-sided with the third die. Bullet Fair. I said it twice with the same... Okay, well, forget about this. On use, offensive dice, recover HP, okay, gain 1 vigor, draw 1 page. An Exhibitor, inflict 2 terror, on offensive dice, increase the cost, okay. So the abilities are kind of similar on everything. I guess they didn't want to get very original with this. We're going to go for the Great Fairy here. That means that now our chains are going to deal some damage. Okay. We're going to do this. And then we're going to go for the Great Fairy here. Okay, we lost the clash. That's unfortunate. Now he's going to heal 2 HP. Okay, that wasn't too bad. 1 arms. Actually, my first time beating this was with Being Exodia. I just got lucky and got Being Exodia immediately. That was really funny. I hope to get it again. I doubt I will, but I hope I will. Let's do this. Seal on Dice of Regis is going to be the play because we want to get light back. Well, I mean, this fight is pretty short, so it doesn't matter that much. Well, here goes Being Exodia, so we can just go for something else. This can be decided by pillar, right? Then I'm going to retake this with either lock or chain. He's going to... Okay, well, 3 HP is not that much. I really want to get sealed. Okay. Well, 4 HP, that's fine too. Total scale is great, we can heal a lot of HP. Apocalypse is also pretty strong. And we can see that he actually has 2 pages already. I didn't check the dramatic pages of... Well, actually both of the first people, because they did have different second pages. Rhythmic Onslaught. The first offensive die this character plays each scene deals 4 additional damage and gains on roll inflict 1 terror. On roll, so now I see why I had 4 terror after rolling the first die. At the start of the scene, gain 1 feeble and 1 disarm, so you inflict a lot of damage, but you are less likely to actually attack the enemy. Upon winning the clash with a defensive die, deal 5 stagger damage to opponents, so if you win the clash with evade die, you can actually still do deflects. Head's Bane is pretty bad, we can probably win that with the Great Chain. We can look, sure. And then we're going to Fairy. Nice, we won the clash. Fairy is going to get us some light. And then lock us here. We actually didn't get a next emotion level, so using Fairy there was a great thing. 7 light and you're using it. Okay. Okay, well. Let's go for the Great Pillar then. and fairy. And then another fairy, so we can actually get light. I think we're going to get emotion levels, so it's fine anyways, but I really want to have light. The fight here with Bina is just basically you deal damage on one scene, then you don't deal damage, and then you deal damage, and you don't. So you have to kind of balance out slash damage, because you can't really deal any other damage. Well, I mean, you can deal blood damage, but that's not that likely. Okay, no resistances, so we can go for Justicia. Like this, for example. Also, we do have Philosophical Remembrance. Combat start, recover 100 HP and stagger resist, set all resistances to an effect of the scene, resurrect a random ally that died this act at the end of the scene if this character is defeated. So if you manage to die with 100 HP and stagger, you will still have an ally to fight, so if you're really close to winning the fight, you can do that, I guess. I kind of want to go for Apocalypse, but I don't think I will have anything else to do. Well, I do have Small Beak, so... Wait, I don't think I can restore Orange Light, right? So I should not go for Small Beak here. I can probably win with Shockwave here. I'm going to take this risk. Nice, that's barely a Clash win. That's a tie, that's not great. Oh, we actually rolled the lowest possible value. Justicia is going to deal a lot of damage here. Exactly... I can't read. About 50 damage, right? He had 8 HP, I think. Okay, well... This is unfortunate, because this got... Okay, really? Really? Come on. 15 terror as well. We're going to get staggered here. We're going to get destroyed. Why do I take risks? I should play safely, and yeah, that's going to be lame, but... Okay, if I lose this, I'm furious. Okay, I lose this. I really wanted to get something that's more interesting than just winning clashes, but I got not. Okay, well, the bad thing about this is that you can't really refight anything. You're just going to get this. Goodbye. That is what Implode the Floor means. So let's just see Roland suffer the same fate. Also, you can see that even when you pick him, it says that he has like no HP. It pops up with him having no max HP. So that's kind of... That's, I guess, what tells you what's going to happen. And yeah, when you burn their books, you can only get their pages, which is kind of lame, so yeah, you can just get this. I burn a book, and... Well, here are my rewards. Wait, what? What did I do? What the fuck is that? I burned an empty book, what happened? Wait, where is it? Can I find it? No, I cannot. Okay. Yeah, I just think there's... Okay, well, that's kind of interesting. I guess when you burn a completely empty book, you get some kind of placeholder page. Yeah, I can't even check it, so it doesn't... It's not here, but it is... I mean, I can't really describe it. And we do have some new key pages, because, well, that's the one thing that this mod gives us. I can't even equip them. Bruh. Okay, well... Yeah, nice pages, bro. They do have the same abilities, and that's weird that they have this. I'm guessing that means that you can only use one per floor with their respective floors, so you cannot go for Regis, for example, with something... Oh, wait. No. Yeah. I thought it was actually predetermined that you can't use this, but I wouldn't been able to use Talion here, so yeah, that doesn't make sense. The other abilities are the same, right? Yeah. Well, that's it for the Acetone Paladins. The fight itself is pretty enjoyable. I mean, the fact that red mist is now toned down is awful. I think Tipping Crimson is the same that it was before, but I think this was debuffed and this was as well, for some reason. Maybe it wasn't, maybe I'm just dumb. I probably am. So yeah, that's it for today. That is not the end of this like at all. There are a lot of new annotations. I will get through like 1 or 2 of them each day. And also Elin is coming at some point. It's difficult to make guide videos when school is existing, right? So yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you around. Goodbye.